All right, that is our first sale. All right, I finally decided I'm gonna make everything public. You see, I have been working on my third app for the past month. I used Weweb and Xano to build this app called Instagram.ai. This app lets you upload few selfies and the AI model will generate beautiful portraits of you. And as you can see on the screen, I'm using Elon as a test here. The app was launched using Facebook ads and I even got my first customer. While I built the app, I also did something. I screen recorded the entire process from scratch using Weweb and Xano. I showed how to build everything I have built inside the app, the authentication, the integrations, the AI models, everything. And not just that. I remember my first two apps, I had partners because I didn't know how to take care of marketing. I didn't know how to take care of the distribution. So what I did was I run my own Facebook ads for the third app, and I also got my first customer using Facebook ads. So I'm also including that in this free YouTube series. If you're watching this video, that means you are probably watching one of the videos from the set series. So if you want to watch the full series, I will have a playlist of that in my YouTube channel. And if you want to work with me or my team, you can also look at the links in the description and get in touch with me as well. By the way, before you jump into the video, a word of caution. These videos are filmed raw. That means there is very minimal editing, almost no editing. So there will be a lot of head scratches. There will be moments where I don't know what the heck to do. So I'll be thinking and, doing stupid things, but eventually we figure it out, right? If you're watching the series, that means the app was launched and we made our first sale and the user is happy with that. All right. So with that said, let's jump into the series. Thank you. All right. Time to play with our friend end now, because we have almost all the backends ready. Now it's time to play with front end. Okay, so we have already created the login page and stuff. So here's the login page. So we can fill in data. Something weird is going on. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Abby. And if I click on login, I'm taken to the next page. I'm seeing overview now. Um, and I also have this page called like a button called create models. I think I'll, yeah, create or view models. I'll call it that. So when people click on it, we are going to take them to, I haven't decided what should go on that overview page. All right. I think it should be like a beautiful, like a carousel of all the images that they generated. But for now, we will leave the overview page as it is, and we will go to view models. So this will be a new page we create, okay? And that will contain um, the same items. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I want the sidebar and main menu to be added as a section template, right? Not this, the menu bar. I want to add the menu bar as a section container. You know what, this is the main container, it doesn't really matter. Add this as a section template because I can reuse it. So side menu, I will create it. Side menu. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna duplicate this home page, and when I duplicate it, I can do create or view AI models. and this should be linked, right? So if we enable this, that means when we change anything on our main sidebar, it will be changed across all the pages. Okay, so now we have a view page, and we will link this to that link to a page, and page will be creator view AI models. Okay, creator view AI models, we connected that. Now quickly, if we select this, here you can see overview, create view AI models, all that. Okay, so how I kind of envision this is, um, so we will have our app like this, we have our menu, our logo, and we have these things here. And for create or view AI models, I think it should be boxes like this with AI model's name, right? And there will be one image of that AI model, and maybe created on written here, and there's a button to add new models. Okay, so we are going to build something like that. So this part is already built, like the sidebar is already built. What we need to do now is we need to build this. So basically we need to create two containers inside this. The first one should be this, and the second one is where everything will load. And inside this container we will create a repeating group where like it can have like multiple models. All right, anybody can create multiple models using that, and we will create a collection to pull data from Xano to show all the models here. Okay, so that is what we're going to do now. So I think the first step should be, so we don't mess with sidebar anymore. We have the main container, and in this container we need to make sure it has the height of 100 VH, so there is no scrollers or anything that moves this container, but we can have scrollers inside, and the width can be 100% of the parent, that would be the main container. Okay, now inside this we are going to add a new container, and we are going to call it header heading. Is it 2D in here? I don't care. Header. And I am going to add a button inside this. All right, so this header max width should be automatic, width should also be automatic, and the button width, that's something which we will set. All right, and the button color should also be set. So let's set a button, I want to set a gradient if it's even possible. Color 1, black, and color 2 will be a bit, yeah, like this. This is what I want. So it's like a mix. Okay, so gradient, I don't know if we can reuse this gradient in Weweb, but we'll figure that out. So buttons kind of looks like this, and it's on the left side. We don't want that, so we need to add some padding and all that to make things better. So I'm going to add some padding. Top and bottom we need like a 20 pixel padding for the header, and this header, I want to look at the height of the header. fixed. Yeah. Um, we will set this to auto. No, we will set this to a 100 pixels for a phone for a desktop. 100 might be too much. We will do at least 75. And header, yeah, this. And I am starting to dislike the gradient of the button. So let me just get rid of this. Let me use a color, and I'm gonna use the primary violet. Ugly. Yeah, I think I will need a, a designer to make this into a proper thing. All right. Okay. Yeah, we will use that color. Yeah. So for button, instead of saying button, we need to say create a new model. All right. And I'd like to add more width to the button. So that would be px and be 200. Okay. And height 75, 80. Yeah, I know what's happening because the height of this is only 75. So I'm gonna do 200 on this just to check. That's too much. I'm gonna do 100 on this, right? And then here I'll do 50. Okay, so that is that. And I also want to add an icon, or I'll just add a plus button manually. Don't really need an icon there. And the font, where is the font? Font family will be brand assets, main font, right? Create new AI model, and we will make it a bit bolder. And I think we also need to increase a little bit of letter spacing, like 10. No, 2, 1. Yeah, just 1. Let's increase the width to 50. So create new AI model is loaded. Now we are going to position this right at the center of this, vertically, and horizontally we need this to go to the right. And I think it would be better if we add some sort of padding from the left, at the container level, the main content container level. So we're going to click on that, and we will add a padding from left will be 20. All right, so that everything inside this will have that padding, right? So create a new model. So we have this. Now we switch to this. It's gonna look like this. We will work on the mobile version later, right? Because there's a lot of things that has to be fixed at the sidebar level in mobile. So we will look at that later. So create a new AI model. If people click on it, we need to show a pop-up, right? That is what we're gonna do. So we will show a model pop-up. In that model pop-up, we just ask basic questions like upload images, and then when they click on the next button, it hides that pop-up and shows the next step. Basically, we will ask for model name, and I guess that's it. Yeah, so we can either even do that in just one step. Okay, so what we're going to do is we will add something called a model pop-up. All right, and include variables. I'm going to turn this off. So add elements, add model pop-up. Okay, and in data I'm going to create a add models model, right? And we're going to create a folder and we're going to call it models. Model means something that shows up as a modular thing. Del means the models we create. Confusing, right? Okay, so when someone clicks on this, we need to run a workflow. Okay, and that workflow is click on add AI models, and we will update variable. Okay, and the variable will be add models model, and the value is going to be true when people click on it, right? Now if I look at the logs, clear everything, here you can see it's true. Okay, let me refresh. Now we are going to edit this pop-up, right? And for every pop-up there's a default workflow on backdrop click. So it basically says what should the workflow or what should Weweb do if user clicks outside. We just need to change the variable value of this model to false, right? And now it's time to set the properties of this model. All right, so if I switch to here, display, so when should we display it? If we just type in true, RUE, bro, my spelling sucks. You can see it instantly shows up the model, right? But this has to be a variable, so we will do a add model variable. Now what's going to happen if I click on this? Model shows up. I click outside, it disappears. Boom, 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 boom. Right? Cool. Okay, now let's make changes to this model now. So I'm gonna click on this whole model thing and see if we can. Yeah, we don't have anything to do here. Model title, I'm gonna say create your AI model, right? And there are multiple things here. I don't want to mess with the top bar, but here this is where you can set the width and everything of this model here. Okay, so I'm gonna select this and I wanted to change the width to let's say 700 pixels. Okay, and I also wanted to know if no. Okay, we played with that. That doesn't really change anything. Width, height, all of that is set up. So this model kind of opens up in, actually, you know what? I don't want to do a model. Now that I think about it, I want to do this on a dedicated page because model will not be as good as a page. So for now, Let me just click outside. We will get rid of the model, and when people click on this create new model button, I want to take them to a new page. But before I do that, let's go ahead and fix the mobile view, right? Because mobile view has some serious problems, especially with the top bar and all that. So mobile view, first of all, the container itself, this needs to be below the side menu, right? So if I delete side menu, everything is fine, looks good. um, but that's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be below that. So what is the size of side menu? That's what we're gonna look at, right? So width is 50. I wanna keep that. So that means the main container, the main content should have a margin of 50 from the top, right? So margin of 50 from the top, and there is a margin padding of 20 from left. We added for mobile, and I think we need something like that here as well. So I guess 10 is enough for phones, and this has to be centered for mobile, right? Create new AI model. Okay, so that is that, and this looks terrible. We're gonna change the entire thing to the style we want. Okay, so this menu has a color. We will capture that and we will use that here. Okay, Weweb, we will change that to our logo URL, and we will do a 40 pixel thing, and this has a bottom border that is kind of gray but not gray. We will do placeholder text color for that. So Instagram looks good. People click on this, it's going to open up this. I don't like the way it opens up. I also don't like this thing, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, and this needs to be bigger. All right, the height should be fixed, and that should be view height. We cannot do 100, so what we are going to do is we will do 100 VH minus 3. This is what I want to do, but that is not actually what's happening. Okay, return. So instead of this, we need to, let me ask Claude. Okay, so I need to need you to write a return statement in JS, which will basically do this. And output should be in pixels. The output Okay, just ask that to Claude. I need you to write a function in JS and blah 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 blah. Let's see if it creates a function. Okay, so it has a function, calculate VH minus input. Okay, Claude gave this. Let's see if it even works. So I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna go to functions. I'm gonna create formula and I'm gonna call it calculate VH minus PX, and we will add two parameters. We will add VH, that will be a number, and we'll add PX, that will also be a number, and the formula will be what we got from Claude. All right, and the JavaScript will put this. All right, so 100 VH minus 50, yeah, that is working, but it has to have pixels px at the end. So the function should either respond back with pixels, or let's ask Claude. Okay, the output need to be in format 100 px, like px need to be added at the end. Okay, so we'll do this. Yeah, I guess this is the only thing we need to do. Math download result plus px. So now it's returning px, right? Okay, so now we have calculate vx minus px, right? So we will do, instead of any of this, we'll stick to formula, but we'll switch to this formula, and we have calculate vh minus px. So vh is 100 and we want to delete 50 from it. So that's how we can make this into a full menu. So whenever they click on it, it's going to open a beautiful menu instead of whatever we had before. That was like terrible, like really terrible, right? Yeah, so we fixed the menu in mobile, and we have also added the button. Cool. And I don't like any of this, so I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste these. Create or view AI models, we'll do that, and the icon will be a user icon. Okay, so I can get rid of this. This will be linked. Let's link it to page, and we will link it to create or view AI bot. All right, so this way doesn't look as bad as this. Okay, now we can also do that for the dashboard overview. Okay, overview, and this copy here. I'm gonna copy or cut, and I'm gonna paste. I'm gonna remove this. I'll remove the overview, and overview should be linked to homepage, at least for now. So now everything looks better. I'm sorry I had to use that template. I don't like the template. Okay, so we have all of this now. Overview, create view AI models, and when people click on this, we need to go to create AI models page. Okay, so this will be, actually I want to call this view AI models page. Okay, so view AI models page, and we need to duplicate this page to build create a new model page. Okay, so view AI models, I know from the left side menu we call it that, but we need to create a new page called create a new model. Okay, so we're going to duplicate that, clone, clone. Where is it? Clone. Okay, duplicate view AI models. Okay, create AI models, and we'll call it create AI new models. Okay, main container will be copied. We will make changes. Sidebar is linked. That means whenever we switch sidebars, things are gonna work or look great. Okay, so now we are in the create AI model page, and in that page we don't really need this, right? But I feel like it would be a good idea to remember the padding we added here. So likewise, it would be a good idea to add that padding across. So let me head back to view AI models, and here I am going to add that same padding we had on this. So we'll have to do this twice, but that is fine. So we'll switch to this, and we will add a 20 pixel padding for this container across. Okay, and we will do the same for create AI models. I wish I did it before cloning, but it is what it is. I'm gonna switch to this, and I'm gonna add padding. So in mobile we do a 10, in desktop we do a 20, and here we don't really need a button, right? But we need a text. So I'm going to add in a headline, or text doesn't really change stuff. Where is the text? Oh, text went to the left side. So this text, I want this to go to the left, right? The left. Where is it? Header. Yeah, there you go. Heading. So heading, that's too big. We are going to change this to like 30. Okay, and the text color should be the color we will use for this. Okay, so here we are going to say create your AI model. Okay, and we will use our font family will be brand font, right? We will use Poppins. Okay, so create your AI models, we will use that. This is how it's gonna look like in font, very big. I don't want this level of and I think the height of this whole thing is too much for mobile, so I'm gonna do like 75, 60, 50. Yeah, we just need 50. Right, create your AI model. Not the best looking text, but I want to reduce size. Let's do a 25 there, right? And I'm gonna increase the font weight to 600. Create your AI model, and we will have the form below this. All right, so now it's time to build a form. Okay, so here the font weight, this is something which we have to be careful about in Weweb. So whatever changes we make in mobile, it will not automatically apply to desktop. So it's always good to apply your styles in your desktop and then take it to the to phone and edit your style. Okay, so create your AI model kind of looks like too thick, so I'm gonna set it to like 500. That is enough. Okay, what next? We have this header which we are not going to do anything with, and now we are going to add in another container. and container content should be boom, 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 vertical. Okay, so this container for some reason is being small. I'm gonna switch that to 100% width, right? And this is where user will be asked like basic questions. So I think we need to split this thing into two parts. The first one, so we will call this form. We might as well add this as a form container because there is a container called form container, right? So if we use form container, then we will be able to, yeah, I think we will use form container. Okay, form container below header. Okay, so inside this form container, we will add two containers. Container 1, left, container 2, right. All right, so this form container, we'll do the same thing we did with the other one. Make sure the width is 100%. That's cool. Max width is auto. Right side max width is auto, right? Cool. Now we are going to switch the style of this into actually I want to do something else. So the details, and I want to push everything inside this details container. Okay, so details container, and details container would be vertical, and inside details container, okay, so these two are here. Now I want to split this details thing to two parts, so that details, I'm gonna make it vertical, so details will be here. So on the left side we will collect information like what is the name of the model, a description of the model. I don't know, I don't care. I'll just collect the name, and on the right side we will do like a content upload screen where people can click and upload content, and that is going to show up. Okay, so that's the idea. And to make it a bit more easier to understand, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm going to do this. We have our logo, we have our menu, blah 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 blah, and I need a well, I don't need this to be like a section, but there will be a box where they can type in the name. Okay, so the name of the model. Okay, name of the model, and then on the right side they will have an upload button where they can keep uploading images. The more images the better, and then at the end we'll have a button that says generate. All right, so that is what we're gonna do. The only challenging part here, all of this is very easy. The only challenging part is this right side. We need to create that upload multiple files box. I think Weweb has something upload, right? Yeah, what the heck, we'll just ignore that. Oh, Weweb kind of has this. So if I select like 3, 4, 5 images, will it upload? I don't know. Oh, there you go. Photo Fabi. Okay, that is kind of cool. I thought that will be hard, but Looks like it's not. Oh, they are being uploaded to Weweb. I don't want that. Don't want that. That will be a bad idea. Uh, or yeah, it is a bad idea. It is actually being uploaded to Weweb. We definitely don't want that. We don't want to upload images of people to Weweb because Weweb has another file storage policy and all that. At least is that temporary or is that permanent? Yeah, I will have to check with Weweb team. Reset file URLs. Okay. Add URLs to file. Upload all files. File upload value. Yeah, I think we can just log the file upload value, files, and I'm gonna do file upload value, file upload value. Okay, and I'm not gonna do anything. Oh, actually, I was too quick to judge all of this. I'm sorry, Weweb. Log, and they're doing this file, this variable called file. So files loaded, and then I'm going to no, that's all again stupid. Log here files and data to upload. We are going to select file upload value. Okay, now I'm gonna refresh. Everything's disappeared. I'm gonna upload 2 files and file upload value. There we go. Generate URLs. First one is an object. Do we have anything else? So we don't. That is kind of yeah, we need to make sure we get the data inside this. We will look at that later. So right now I gotta take care of something that's going on here, and then we will resume back later. But the idea is to basically create something like this and go to the next step.